YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Whoiskingshawn, and we back again with another classic. And this is a classic. You know, on this channel, we talk about finance, we talk about credit, anything to take you and your family to that next level. So, before we get into the auto loan, I'm gonna show you how you could be a member easy with 3 easy steps. You're going to scroll right down here. This is simple. This is easy. This is a no-brainer, people. We are not going to be lazy. We're going to get our ASS up. We're going to do the work. We're going to have our foot on this gas. First step. This is simple. Good news, PenFed members is open to everybody, including you. Enter your name, phone number, email, address, just to get started. To open now, listen, open account. Open your savings account with just $5 initial deposit, and you're a PenFed member. That is simple. That is easy. I'm gonna show you real quick. If you just want to hit right into the to be a member, this will show you the first step real quick. We're gonna get into the auto loan. Don't worry. Be patient, man. To get this money, you gotta be patient. So as you see right on top right here, this is the first step as they tell you the information, part 2. And then right here, you're going to be setting up your deposit at $5, and you will be a PenFed member. Come on. This is simple. We all love Navy Federal, but at least with PenFed, you ain't got to go through all the headaches. So we're going to get out of here, right? All right, we're going to go back here, and we're going to get to this auto loan. We're going to get to the juicy part. Okay, boom. Car buying service. So we're going to click here. So now, just to let you know, if you apply for this, you can get pre-qualified. But once you accept, again, it will be a hard pull. And what PenFed do, when they come to the auto loan, they pull from Equifax. Again, they pull from Equifax. I know people be in my comments asking me who they pull from. They pull from Equifax. So, you know, let's say you get approved for the loan, or if you go through and you got approved and you don't want to go looking around to this dealership, BMW, Toyota, Honda, you know, running around, you want to skip that line, you could go right here, as you see right here, discounted vehicles prices and auto loans rates when you purchase through PenFed car buying service. So they have their own buying service. It's called True Car. And then right here, if you know, you can select, you know, the model that you're looking for, your zip code, and it's going to bring it right up. This is simple. This is easy. You could do it for a new car or a used car. So let's scroll right here. For the new cars, 36 term rates as low as 2.19%. If you get 60 months, you know, I always advise people, if you can do the 3 years, go ahead and do it. But if you financially where you're not able to have higher payments and you want to stretch it out, then you go right here to the 60-month term to the 2.79, which is still excellent. You can't beat that for a brand new car. So, you know, on the used side, 60 month, 3.59, 72 months, 4.04%. So that's simple. If you don't want to, like I said, if you don't want to run around, you don't want to look at dealerships, you don't want to have to deal with the headache. You know, you might not have a ride. You might have to be calling a family member. You might have to call your grandpa, grandma, auntie, cousin, whoever. You don't want to deal with that. You could go right here on the site as soon as you approve. This is pretty simple right here. All right, so we're going to get out of the True Car, and you can see right here, exclusive manufacturer offers for PenFed memberships established for a minimum of 60 days. So another thing, when you become a member, do not, hear me clearly, do not apply for any other products they have. No personal loan, no line of credit, no credit cards, anything for at least 60 days. That's all they require. Give them 60 days. It's not that serious. So we're going to scroll right up here. We're going to go back to the auto, and we're going to go to the application. And right here, again, they're showing you, letting you know the rate, 2.19% APR for 36 for new cars. And you could get that new car used. You could refinance. You know, you got the buying service. And then if you don't know how much maybe your car loan is going to be, the interest, your payments, you could go right here. They got the calculator right here. You're going to put the purchase and everything. It's going to break everything down. It's going to help you. It's going to tell you your payments every month. So that's pretty much. And then right here, they got the gap protection, extended warranty, and the debt protection. So, debt protection is for like if you lose your job, things going on in the world right now, people's losing their job. You never know what can happen. You are protected. They will literally give you a space, give you a gap up to 6 months if you lose your job or anything. So that's a great thing. Now, I want to explain something to you. Yes, you can get this auto loan for $100,000, but you got to remember, people, the amount of people that's going to get approved for $100,000 for a car is probably not too much. It'll be very slim. And the reason why is that we live in a world where everybody has a lot of debt. People have mortgages. People have other auto loans. People have a bunch of credit cards that's maxed out. So it's something called debt to ratio. And what PenFed will do is that they're going to check your debt to ratio. They're going to see how much debt you have out there, how many credit cards you have literally maxed out. So this is something you need to know when you applying for loans. So don't just try to apply and go straight for the gusto and say, I need 100,000. I'm trying to get a Range Rover, son. We're not going to do that, people. We're going to think smart. If we got a 650 credit score, 660 credit score, we're not going to be asking for $70,000, $80,000, $90,000. Come on, let's be smart about that. But that's pretty much the auto, and it's pretty simple. Like I said, you can open up a membership with a little of $5, hold it for 60 days, and go get pre-qualified for the auto loan. And go ahead. I showed you a way you could do it right online. If you don't want to go out to the dealerships, you got a better rate going through them through the True Car. But they got a bunch of other things. They have the loans. If you go right here, the personal line of credit, you need a personal line of credit right here. The good thing right here, it goes up to $25,000. They got a fixed rate as low as 5.99%. So they go up to $25,000. The personal loan goes up to, I believe, $50,000, and then the auto loan obviously maxes out at $100,000. Now, the good thing with PenFed, I would have to say, you could literally get a personal loan, auto loan, and a line of credit and only get one inquiry. Yes, let me say it again. You could get 3 of their products and only get one inquiry. So that's a win-win. I would have to say, you definitely winning by doing that. Too many banks, there's not too many banks that'll do that. And a personal loan, you could get ahead and go get pre-qualified. It's not that bad. You see they got the credit cards. They got PenFed is definitely a great bank to work with. Like I said, the personal loans, their line of credit, if you're into business, whatever you're trying to do, is a win-win is a win-win for you. So go ahead and open up your membership, deposit that $5, and go get them loans, go get them line of credits, go get them, again, the personal loans and the line of credit, they're pulling through TransUnion. That's something you need to know. They're pulling through TransUnion, but the auto loans, they're pulling through Equifax. This is simple. This is easy, people. We're not going to be lazy. I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. But for now, I'm up out of here.